Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I have been a bit busy these days, so I have not been able to put up a new video, but here I am. So in today's video, we will try to understand about the English language requirements that you have to satisfy when you apply for your UK skilled worker visa. So this video is going to be a two-part video. Number one, we would look into how we can evaluate our English language through our degree assessment. So we will go through the entire ECCTIS process, and the part 2 would be about understanding the different requirements around the test or the test providers that we can complete a test, and understand that how are the different tests being evaluated, what are the different scores, which all are the approved providers from the UK Home Office. So without any further delay, let's begin.
Okay, so let's start with the ECCTIS process. So just let's go to Google, type in ECCTIS, and here we are. So this is the site. We will go in the first link that we get here, and once it comes here, this is the site, and this is how it looks like. So you see there are like information available and what they do, and if you scroll down, these are the options that we get. So yeah, different other options. So we will click on that option, helping you get a UK visa or settlement in the UK. So that's the link that we should be going in. So this also gives like an ample amount of information, like what this service is for, and you see that there is like skilled worker visa and the skilled worker health and care visa as well. So there are other types of visa for which this service is applicable as well. So let's click on how it works, and it gives like what are the steps that we need to follow in terms of like the entire process, and this will give you like the entire documentation that is needed. So it clearly mentions that you need like your degree certificates and your your mark sheets, and then what is the duration that it would take to process. So it's a 10 working days unless you opt for like the premium service. Now going back, let's move on to what you need to do. So these are the documents that you need to provide. So you see that list of like final degree certificates, the transcripts. We'll go to the transcripts and details about it, any translations of your document if it's not in English, and medium and instruction, that is a very important document. Proof of name change, if you have like a different name in your passport than what is there in your degree certificate, that is all is needed. Now there are other types of assessments, like if you're a PhD holder and all of that, so we would go with the standard degree assessment. So that the cost of it is around £140, which is around 14,000 rupees in Indian currency. And let's go to the FAQs now. So there are some questions in terms of like whether we need like transcripts for this service. Let's try to see what the site mentions. So we'll click on that, what is a transcript, and it clearly says that the transcript or mark sheet shows the subject. So this means that we necessarily do not need a transcript to apply for this service. We'll also go to the medium of instruction letter, and what exactly it is and what it should contain is provided here. And they have also provided an example or a sample letter. So in case that you are not able to find or get like a medium of instruction, they also mentioned that it can be an email sent to them from different members. Say for example, your head of the department or faculty, your dean, or your say admissions or administration team, right? So all of them can send an email. Let's go to the example. So this is the example that you see. So it clearly mentions that, and this is the medium of instruction. So this clearly mentions your name, your registration number, your degree, and when it was kind of awarded, and exactly the last statement clearly mentions that the medium of instruction was in English. So that is the letter that you should get from your institution, and this could be like a PDF document, and along with it, and it should have like a seal or stamp, and that's it. Let's move. Okay, so we'll click on apply now, and then we have some basic details to fill up. So you see that we have these fields that we need to fill. So let's start quickly. We'll select the title, and then you have your first name, last name, email address. So I've filled up all of that, and then we have nationality and the refugee status, which we'll select no, and purpose of inquiry is visa and nationality. So there are other reasons as well. Field of interest. So field of interest is basically related to your work. So I will select information and communication technology, and then we provide the password. So this will become your account password, and then click on register. So once we are clicking on register, these are these next steps. So an email would be sent to your email account that you have used for your registration. Okay, so this is the mail that you receive after the previous screen, and there is a link which will activate your account, and let's do that. And this is the confirmation. So you see that we have got like a registration successful message, and then let's click on login. So once we log in, we will be able to see all of these options in our dashboard. So what we will have to do, we'll have to kind of click on start your application option, and I think that is where we will do. Okay, so let's click that, and then so these are the services, which is again kind of highlighted here. We'll continue to the service selection. So if you see, there are 5 different services as we saw earlier. So we will select the first option here, which is like the English proficiency and through the degree evaluation. So there are the services which you see are listed here. So let's select that, the first option, and then comes the first screen. So we'll select the nationality. So we select, at least I select India here, select your own country, then select the immigration tier. So we'll select the skilled worker. You can select others if you are applying for others visa types. Now the service category, so we select the standard service, which is like £140. So there are like expedited service as well. Okay, so the next is once we have selected, it shows very clearly that this service has been selected. Next we have to click on next here, and then this is the qualification screen. So here we need to add the qualification. So be careful to add the exact qualification that you have received in your degree certificate. So let's say you have got a bachelor's degree in computer science, or bachelor of science, or bachelor of technology, which we call like BTech. And in the institution, you can select your university name. So the degree certificate contains your university name, or exactly what university gave your degree. If it is a college, then select your college name. If it is a university, select your university name. You should check your degree certificate to verify. The qualification country will select India once again. Year of award, like when did you get your degree. And the language, so in the language select other, because there is no English given if your degrees are in English. And this language will change depending on the country that you have selected. For us, like if you're applying from India, it's Hindi. If you're applying from some other country, it will take in that specific country's language. So as you see, at least here for India, there is no English, so we will select the other, and then we will click on add. So once we click on add, this is the data that gets created. So we'll go to the next screen, and then we select on add documents. So this is the place where we actually have to add all of our documents. So please keep your documents handy before you add. These are the types of the file format that the documents are supposed to be in. I will suggest have PDF documents. So there is no size limit that is provided here, or rather I guess I see it's like 10 MB. So but I would say like to be safe, just have anything around 1 or 2 MB should be fine. So all of these sections have to be filled before you can move on to the next section. So we have like the degree certificate, the translation, medium of instruction, proof of name change. So some of these sections might not be applicable to you. Say for example this one, right? So if your name is same in your degree certificate as well as in your passport, you do not have to really do anything there. Now in the transcripts, it's basically mentions about transcripts or mark sheets. So we will just add on the documents, and then for the sections which we do not have anything to add, just write a comment that this is not required for your case. So I will add something like as you see here. So I have added a comment like my documents are in English and do not need any translation. If your documents are needing any translation, do add that document. So that's pretty much what we will do. It will be kind of highlighted in yellow because you have not added in any document on that section, but do not worry, it's absolutely fine. So once we confirm it, the status of your qualification becomes green, and you can go to the next screen. So once we go to the next screen, it's our basic details like the phone, the mobile numbers, and then the address for delivery. So please add the address that you can receive documents if you are receiving physical documents, and that would be it. Now this one is like what type of service you're requiring in terms of like whether you need like a parcel service or like an international courier. So that's all here needed. So please select accordingly. I will recommend that you would not really need any specific service here other than the e-statement. So you can receive all of your results like an emailed copy. So in that case you will not need any other service. I've just selected here for specimen purpose, but ideally you should select the second checkbox here, not the first one, and that would necessarily mean that you do not have to worry about any couriers or anything that needs to be sent. It will directly come to your email, the one that you have used for your registration. So once that is done, you can click on next. Okay, so there you see the overall details of what is the cost that is needed for your order. So once you're fine with it, you can move forward. So this is the cost, and you can now click on the terms and conditions that you see here, and then once you click that, let's click here, and this is the terms and conditions. Just click on these two check boxes, and I think that is pretty much it. So these are some terms that are provided. Let's click on that and click on accept, and that's it. Now the next part would be the payment. So this is the final screen where you have to pay for your service. You can use your debit or credit card to pay. So you will be provided different options, and as you see, like you can do Google Pay, or you can like provide your credit card or debit card details, and this is the total fee that will be deducted. Now I will not be moving forward beyond this, of course, because it's a payment.
That's the entire process of our degree evaluation, the end-to-end like steps that you have to follow. It's pretty simple, it's not really complicated. Please follow the video and it will be a breeze. Now in the upcoming video we will also try to understand that what are the different other ways. Now there is like just one other way I would say, and different other like test providers that you can take a test if you are not in a position to evaluate your degree. So till then, wait for my video and take care. Bye bye.